I call the member for Noosa.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Proudly, residents and businesses in Noosa are committed to maintaining and enhancing our electorate's natural beauty and ethos in line with its UNESCO biosphere status, innovating towards sustainability. We all work really closely together, including Noosa Council, community groups, landholders, schools and individuals on projects and initiatives that aim to reduce our impacts. We are a community of recyclers. However, we are often stifled by legislative barriers in ensuring less waste winds up in our landfill. The Waste Reduction and Recycling and Other Legislation Amendment Bill aims to make several improvements to waste management laws in Queensland, as we need to move on from the traditional take, make and dispose approach to our economy. This bill inserts a legislative objective into the Waste Reduction and Recycling Act, which is to promote and facilitate Queensland's transition to a circular economy and to promote activities across government, business, industry and the community that extend the life cycle of products and materials. This is very broad, as was the support from submitters. The waste and recycling industry of Queensland noted that an obstacle to progress on this is that there is still no clarity or single definition or understanding of the circular economy. However, we only need to look to the past by comparing the size of our home rubbish bins from 50 years ago to now. And our habits really define us. And for those of my age that know the little bins that we used to have, now we have multiple big ones. First, the bill provides an expiry of the 31st of December 2025 for the exemption from banned single-use plastic items that are integral to a shelf-ready product. And, for example, you've got plastic straws for juice boxes or plastic forks with pre-packaged salads. This was supported, although the Boomerang Alliance, who do an incredible job in our community, called for it to occur earlier. However, the 2025 timeframe is in line with the timeframes of the national packaging targets. Importantly, we can make the change ourselves, and through the Plastic Free Noosa initiative, which our government funds, many of our businesses already do not host these. Another provision is the removal of an automatic waste disposal levy exemption for Clean Earth delivered to a waste disposal site. The removal of the exemption incentivises reuse over disposal, and of course they can bring lots to my house. Some waste disposal site contractors noted it will materially affect them as they use Clean Earth as part of their operations, such as covering waste. And the department stated that the change is not intended to impact such operations and that the operators can apply for an operational purposes exemption. In addition, the bill bans the release of helium balloons in efforts to see an end to the plastic latex that our seabirds and marine life choke on, or they become entangled in the balloon's string and ribbons. I did have a question around this about, what about other balloons? They also end up in our rivers and oceans, and I cannot understand why this differentiation has occurred. In the last few years, many in Noosa have utilised doves and other non-threatening replacements, including paper kites, balloons and giant bubble blowers, and they are really fabulous. Overall, the bill makes several small but useful changes. However, there is so much more we need to do. This includes our advocacy for recycling strategies for renewable energy products such as silicon and solar panels and wind turbines at end of life. It is positive to see the government is starting to address this with the draft e-products action plan, which proposes to manage utility-scale PV by only providing state approval where fully funded end-of-life solutions are in place. Deputy Speaker, however, this still leaves our used wind turbines and what to do with them. The Department of Energy in the USA has reported on companies commercialising technology that can recycle fiberglass from decommissioned wind turbine blades. So this should be an area to investigate. Though, as always, the devil is in the detail. The Containers for Change program has been a great success in our community, demonstrated by minimal eligibles being picked up on Clean Up Australia Day. In speaking with our Noosa Express recycling team on how to encourage more, one way is for all principals to get involved in the battle of the schools. It has been fabulous, this scheme, and now that also it has expanded to beer and wine bottles. In the spirit of the circular economy, we should also focus beyond recycling, which can be problematic, as shown with the collapse of the REDcycle soft plastic recycling scheme and recent reports of export of popper containers from Queensland recycling centres to overseas. That's really concerning, and we shouldn't be sending our rubbish elsewhere. We need to deal with it right here. Reducing is vital, and that we have gone from global plastic production of a few tonnes in 1960 to 400 million tonnes now demonstrates how wasteful and non-sustainable we have become. Reducing includes reusing and repurposing. Once again, remember all those years ago when we were growing up, those tins that we stored our pens in and jars for jam. For anyone that has ever visited my home, they know of my love of repurposing, from pre-loved building materials to furniture and clothes. Not only does it reduce waste, it provides for very interesting stories and at times injuries. And for anyone that's denailed hundreds of lineal metres of timber, you will know what I mean. Even though we have banned some single-use plastic, go to the supermarket every day and you will see aisles and aisles of single-use plastic, from meat tray to chip bags. So yes, we have a way to go. This was highlighted in the government's draft review of the Waste Management and Resource Recovery Strategy, which, as pointed out in a statement of reservation and tonight in this chamber, indicates that we are not keeping up with the recycling and waste diversion targets set, and increased impetus is needed. In closing, I would like to thank the Minister and the Department, Committee and Secretariat for their work, and all Queenslanders who participated in the inquiry. I want to do a very special call-out to all of our fabulous youngsters in Noosa, including Millie from Good Shepherd Lutheran College with her Bin Buddy prototype, and 12-year-old Jarrah, who is our plastic-free Noosa ambassador and waste warrior. And all of our organisations, and we have so many that I don't have time to name them all, they do a brilliant job, not only in cleaning up after us, but also to reduce our very bad habits. Thank you.
Acting Speaker.